The past few years, certainly a very divisive time for our country. Are you both hopeful that we'll be able to unite and come together and move forward in a positive way um, in light of everything that's happened with the pandemic and some of the recent events in our nation's capital? Christy?
I am really hopeful that we can move forward together as communities come together, as President Biden said, these United States. I love the message that democracy takes work. And it takes coming together and compromise and coming together about shared values. So I am very hopeful that we will have a functioning federal government that can offer much needed relief to our cities and our local residents through this pandemic and economic crisis and the other crises that we face, like the climate crisis. So I'm very hopeful that we can come together. That's not to say that we might not be able to come together with everyone. There was an insurgent attack against our capital, and we don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't need to call for unity with those people who seek to do our country harm. So I think there's non-negotiables that we can't call for unity on, like equal rights. But I am very hopeful that we will have a functioning federal government that will represent us here as residents in California, understand what California needs, and offer us direct assistance to our cities and our residents here in the Coachella Valley who desperately need help.
Kathleen?
I truly feel that the Coachella Valley can show the rest of the country how to do this. Christy and I are both very active in regional government, and we see people who are very, very different in terms of their political ideologies working together respectfully, listening for the common good. That's very much a part of the fabric and the values of the Coachella Valley. And I think in part it's because we still have some small community identity. You run into the same people at your religious services, at the grocery store, at service clubs, at events. And so we feel accountable and connected. And that brings out the best in people. We're not caricatures for each other who can be easily demonized. So I think the Coachella Valley has the right stuff to show the country how to do this.
All right. Kathleen and Christy, thank you both so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.